if somebody was to bang something and I would know what was coming every at bat, I mean, I was a 241 hitter after 11 years.
Yeah.
You might have to put another 40 points on that if you want the truth.
Yanks front office leader Brian Cashman was on Chris Russo's show, and he said, quote, "I hate the 15-year thing because it completely forgets and discounts that some other organization cheated us when we were all the way in the end. If you knew what was going on, I don't think they would be advancing. I think we would have been advancing." So, of course, he's talking about how the Yankees haven't been to the World Series since 2009, but in his mind, they should have been in the World Series in 2017 when they fell to the Astros. They lost all of the games on the road in Houston. 2 of those games, I believe, by 1 run each. But don't ask me, ask a player who was there. So what are your thoughts on what he said? And do you think it's still appropriate and okay for him to bring that up in an interview?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's fine for him. He was part of it. Kratzy was part of it. I was part of it. It's something where it still stings. I mean, it was my only opportunity to ever make it to a World Series. I don't want to keep going back to it, but at the same time, yeah, he does have a point. I mean, we lost 2 run by a run on each of those. I mean, listen, if they didn't hear something coming, it could have been a different story. I'll give credit to the Astros. Their pitchers did well. I mean, Verlander was absolutely lights out, but think about everything in baseball. People don't forget a lot of things, So, are we just going to throw it under the rug? No, this is something in baseball lore, in a scandal that's going to last forever. And for people to say, "Oh man, let it go. It's been some odd years." Well, how about letting other things go? There was other things in baseball that have been a lot more years than that, that I can get into that I won't right now because it's neither here nor there. I'm not part of baseball anymore when it comes to playing. So he brings up a great example of an opportunity missed because they cheated. So at the end of the day, yeah, you could still bring that up because people still bring up stuff in the past, as always.
See, I like that Todd's fire in it. Is it warranted? Look, like, unless you sit there and you know what it's like to fight your entire career to win a World Series, you can't really judge Todd for what he's saying. Like, Todd put everything he had to it, and he didn't get a World Series ring. And could have been because of the Astros beating us fair and square? Yes. Could have been that they beat us cheating. I don't know. But I do know that we were aware as a team of it going into the series. I have a hard time believing that the 63 mound visits that Gary Sanchez took to change signs, to the 45 different meetings that we had to make sure everybody had, not just first sign, shake, second sign, when we're out at second base, like different stuff like that. But I do love the back and forth. I think Cashman clearly puts everything he has into each season to try to put the best team out there to win a World Series. So, yeah, he can be mad about it too. But my favorite is, I found it on Twitter. I saw it last night. Josh Reddick responded to Cashman. He said, "Hey, Brian, why did your team score less than 5 runs at Minute Maid, but scored all those runs in New York?" And all that does is it shows, yes, Josh knew that they were, that they had to sign stealing. But there was also a little bit of fear or they assumed that the Yankees were cheating at Yankee Stadium too. So it's not just like a one-way street here. The issue is the Astros won the World Series. And Yankee fans and Yankee players should feel that type of way about it.
There was paranoia back then. You guys remember, right? I remember covering the sport, and there was paranoia for a few years after that too. But everyone was just worried about signs and tech and everything going on. And of course, it became such a huge storyline for a while. And I know we've got a pretty good Astros contingent of FT fans. They might not be paying a ton of attention right now because their team's not in it, which is actually pretty rare because they've had a really good run since all of that. But they are bitter if you bring it up. Astros fans don't want to hear it anymore. They're like, it's been years. No, I know. That's what you're saying is, hey, back then, if you look it up, the Red Sox had an issue. But the thing is, what the Astros got caught for was
Thank you.
the top cheating issue of that time period. What they got caught for, what we publicly know, was what the public decided is past the line of what's allowed.
If I knew what was coming, if I can go back in my stats, which I can't, and a pitcher's tipping pitches, right, and I know what's coming, which happened, a good amount, not a good amount, a couple.
But if a guy's at second, he's got
his guy's
tip.
giving you a sign. Okay, that's fair game. That's been going on for years. But if somebody was to bang something and I would know what was coming every at bat, I mean, I was a 241 hitter after 11 years.
Yeah.
You might have to put another 40 points on that if you want the truth. That's just how it goes. And that's just me being honest. Again, it happened a while ago. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but it's a different story. If I know what's coming, I'm at least hitting that ball hard somewhere. And I know Kratzy can attest to this. You tell Aaron Judge what's coming. You tell Shohei Ohtani what's coming. Oh man, the numbers would be pretty darn good. And some guys got paid from all that too, which was pretty. I mean, listen,
Marwin Gonzalez, look at his career numbers.
It is what it is.
Look at his 907
Come on, man. Marwin catching strays here.
He's going to catch strays forever. I'm sorry, he's going to. His numbers were insane that year.
But he's just speaking truth bombs, doggy.
Here's my thing. So if
Kratzy doesn't want to talk too much because he played for the Astros and
he played for both, right?
No, but he's being politically correct on his answers right now, which is okay.
But you know that not every single pitch was known, and I would have a hard time believing in that series that they knew what was coming because of how often we changed signs, how often how much paranoia there was. How much it was like pitchers sending the sign in, then the catcher sending the sign in. Like they can't just pick it up in, 3 or 4 pitches. Because I remember in 2000, so basically you have the Astros scandal. Everybody in public felt like, oh, that is completely crossing the line. How far down is what other teams were doing? Where
Red Sox with the watch.
Red Sox with the watch. Is that the next level? The Yankees got in trouble for something during that same time because they told on the Red Sox. Red Sox told on the Yankees. Dodgers were doing things. Rockies were doing things. And this is from people that played for them. Played for them, telling me what they did. And so they weren't telling me to be a snitch. They were telling me so that we knew how to combat it and when they made the changes. One team that we played, they had a guy on the bench. He was the guy, when somebody would get on second, he would run up to the video room, and as soon as they got the sequence at second base, he'd run back down. He had long hair. He was on the bench. So as soon as he came back to the bench, we went out for a mound visit. And then we changed the signs. He ran back up to the video room. And when he ran back down, you had to change signs if the same guy was on second base. So it wasn't impossible to fight through.
Yeah. But if I recall, we had to pay a fine. The Red Sox had to pay a fine, right? Mm-hmm. If that was it, and then it stopped after that. They had it the whole year at the end of the day. If you want, don't even start with that. You pay the fine. You do the crime, you pay the fine. What was the fine the Astros paid? They just had to admit what they did was wrong. That was it.
Well, no, the team was punished. The team lost draft picks. The team had to pay.
Forget that. They got the ring, though. They got this. They got that.
Yeah, it's a tarnished ring, though, in 2017.
Take all the money you want.
Yeah, it's a tarnished ring. But wait, were you guys?
What Todd said.
So you guys were both. That's true. Hey,
Kratzy's got one, so he can say what he wants.
True, but Kratz, you were on that team. Obviously, Todd, you were too. Were you guys getting any type of sign situation? Like, were you guys in on that at all? Like, the Yanks got in trouble. What did they get in trouble for?
I
know the Red Sox.
I just got over there at the time. I just got traded.
You had just gotten there, so you didn't get anything.
I had no clue what was going on.
Right.
No clue.
So the only thing I had ever heard when I was over there was just like a scouting report, every single pitcher has tendencies. There was probably, on a team, there's probably 3 Latino pitchers who are like, primero senior, shake, primero senior, first sign, shake, first sign. So they write that down. And when the guy gets on second base with a certain pitcher, Hey, this is what his sequence is. Hey, this guy always uses, up, down, even. So when you get on second base, this is what this guy uses. And that was just a cavalcade of you had every single pitcher's sequences to figure them out, because I used to look at their book to see what their sign sequences were, and oh, hey, did you have Cole Hamels? Hey, did you have Roy Halladay's? And they were like, we never really quite figured it out, because those guys had unique sign sequences that the Yankees would figure out. The people that did their scouting reports would figure out, and they'd write it down. Is that illegal because they used video to figure that out? In my opinion, no, it's not. But again, court of public opinion says there's a line, and where that line is probably is more dictated. That line is probably more dictated by the team you cheer for.
Yeah, but the line is you can't have someone in a video room literally watching pitch by pitch and telling the batter in real time what that pitch is going to be. But
I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm saying that's where the line is.
Yeah, that was the line for many people, and for public perception, and for punishment to be handed down that was more harsh, especially on the team level. So my last thing here is, and I don't remember the entire story, but the Red Sox were doing some shit. I mean,
the watch.
The watch where they're getting the signs pretty quickly.
I don't know how they did it so fast. I still find that incredible.
Anything that fast, because I mean, it's a matter of seconds, but it was happening.
There was no shot clock.
No, the way I was told the watch thing was the same thing with the signs. Somebody from the video room sent. Now this is secondhand. I found this out secondhand. They would send it down to the person with the Apple Watch, and the Apple Watch person would tell the person on second base what sign they're going.
So what's the difference between that and Houston?
No. They wouldn't tell that. They wouldn't. Oh, curveball. Hey, curveball. No, they're saying, they're going second sign, shake first. And they would tell the guy out of second base, second sign, shake first.
Got it. Okay. Well, good. That was good explanation. And I'll say this to our crowd, because we don't really bring this up very often, but it's news because Cashman brought it up. So I think it was worth a combo.
So what if the allegations of players having their buddy in center field with binoculars and they keep him up on a fastball and they put him down on a breaking ball? Is that too much?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
That's definitely not allowed.
Hey, I'm saying that all this is dictated by your team's preference. If that player was your favorite player because he was a superstar, he was a star, he was an all-star, and he hit over 300. Are you okay with it if he is your favorite player, if he is on your favorite team?
No, I'm not.
A lot of people would be.
But a lot of people are because they want to win.
Hey, FT fam, it's Alana Rizzo. I can't stop talking about Vuori. Vuori is perfect if you are sick and tired of traditional old workout gear. I wear Vuori in all settings, not just in the gym, because honestly, it's comfier than whatever you're currently wearing. No joke. I'm wearing Vuori daily leggings right now. They're high-waisted with the drawstring and cupped ankles. They look good and they feel great. You're going to love them. Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/foul. That's VUORI.com/foul. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/foul and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.